Hello, my name is Mark Crutcher, and I'm president of Life Dynamics. I want to thank you for coming to the Bikers for Life website. When I was 12, my father allowed me to buy an old worn-out 1947 Cushman Highlander with $35 that I had made from cutting grass. As I'm sure you can imagine, it was not much of a bike. In fact, it was junk. But I loved it. It was the summer of 1960, and I was 12 years old, and the only thing that mattered to me was that I had something with two wheels and a motor. The fact is, I was hooked, and 53 years later, I still am. During that time, as close as my wife and I can remember, I've had between 75 and 80 motorcycles, not counting the ones I've built for other people. I've also done flat track and road racing and drag racing, and I still have my last set of leathers. Of course, when I look at them today, it's pretty hard to believe that I was ever skinny enough to get into them. I also have to admit that I've done my share of really stupid things involving motorcycles, and when I was in my late 30s, I spent a year in bed from a crash. Today, I have an '09 Super Glide that I don't have much time to ride, but I could not imagine not owning a motorcycle, even if I never got to ride it. And I won't waste your time explaining that to you, because if you love motorcycles, no explanation is necessary, and if you don't love motorcycles, then no explanation is possible. The point is, I have always been passionate about motorcycles, and I always will be. But there is something else that I'm even more passionate about. Since 1973, over 55 million innocent and helpless babies have been brutally slaughtered in this nation's abortion clinics. And today, another 3,000 will be butchered, and tomorrow there will be another 3,000, and the next day will be another 3,000, and those killings are going to continue every day until we put an end to this nightmare. And as someone who's been involved in the pro-life movement for over 30 years, I can tell you that legalized abortion has also had a devastating emotional impact on millions of American women. Let me tell you what else I know. After more than 5 decades in the biker community, I have never met one person that didn't have a heart for children. I have also seen that standing up against injustice is a part of the biker DNA. So the question is, why have bikers been virtually absent from the pro-life effort? And my theory is that they think they wouldn't be welcomed. It seems that a lot of bikers have this perception of the pro-life movement as a bunch of judgmental, goody-two-shoes Bible thumpers who wouldn't dare have anything to do with bikers, so they stay away. But what you need to understand is that the image of pro-lifers was created by the same media establishment that portrays all bikers as killers, pimps, and drug dealers. The truth is that regardless of what you may have been led to believe by the media, every one of you is welcomed in the pro-life movement, and every one of you has an important role to play. And helping you find your place is why we created Bikers for Life. It is also why I hired a full-time coordinator for the Bikers for Life project. Her name is Baird, and she, along with her husband Bob, are also longtime members of the biker community. And Jackie is going to be your direct connection to the pro-life movement. You know, someone once observed that nations are judged on how they treat those at the dawn of life, those in the twilight of life, and those in the shadows of life. And he was absolutely right. Decent men and women do not stand around with their hands in their pockets while babies are being ripped apart. It also means that if those of us in the biker community won't stand up against this, we won't stand up against anything. Right now, God is giving you an opportunity to be a part of something much bigger than yourself. This is a struggle that matters to Him. He does not send these babies here to be butchered. And as you think about that, just remember one thing. Your own life was a gift from God. But what you do with that life is your gift to Him. Now, I've been a national leader in this movement for a long time, and I can promise you that God has a spot reserved for the biker community. And you can learn what it is by going to the Get Involved section of this website. And don't think you're getting on board too late. You're not. In fact, if you do your part, you are going to revolutionize this battle. Do your part, and one day, some historian is going to look back and write that the final blow against legalized abortion came when the bikers started showing up.